So, spoiler alert.
I have a job. I have a job.
There are currently 58 days till summer, and my life has been absolute chaos. But if there's one thing that has been at least semi-consistent, it has been my workout routine. I would work out at night for 15 minutes alone in the dark. If you're not walking, then what are you doing? Because that's literally what everyone is doing in order to lose body fat over time. I have like a TikTok full of model walking sounds for me to listen to, and like I'll scroll through TikTok and listen to a lot of the health motivation that they have. I do actually want my butt to be a bit more toned. Summer is approaching. And here's the progress. So yes, I do have a job now, but it did not come without struggle through application, tears of temporarily being at the wrong job, and it definitely didn't take priority over the lifestyle and routines that matter the most to me. One thing I do want to mention though, I'm going to prep my morning routine regardless for a 9 to 5 type of schedule. I'm going to take myself seriously and make sure that I'm actually sticking to routines. And one of the routines I've been focused on is my workout routine. And that's important because I basically built my life, my weekday life, around the routine of my workouts. So that was my morning stretch, my morning Pilates, my morning walk, and then at night being my nighttime Pilates, nighttime walk, nighttime stretch. So I will let you guys get into those clips because I did film them ahead of time. Enjoy, learn from me, because I sure am learning from myself. So you heard it from past Tommy herself. The routine in my life that I prioritize the best and that has lasted me the longest is my workout routine. And I intend to keep it that way as we navigate through the chaos that is my life at this point. So without further ado, let's get into what has got me from this to this and why I've been doing it. I need this body to be T. I am making sure that everything is working out in my favor, and here is how I'm being consistent. You may be wondering why I have 2 mats. Well, my knee has been hurting for months. I stopped working out for like 2 months, and then I went on a walk and I was not careful. And because of that, my knee started hurting. I thought, oh, I'll be fine. Come February, it hurts so much worse. So I took some time in February, like the week before Valentine's Day, to let my knees rest and not do anything. And then after that, I started getting back into working out slowly, obviously. And now I'm at a place where I can go on my walks without much knee pain, though the pain does fluctuate a bit. So I'm trying to take it slow, and having a cushiony mat on top of a not as cushiony mat is a good way for me to make sure that my knees are not being hurt. I also have been making it a point to stretch every day. I do a brief stretch in the morning, and then afterwards I get to my Pilates video. And I am currently on day 12 of Dora Fit's Pilates workouts, which means I'm almost halfway done through the month-long schedule. So I'm gonna get into my stretching, my workout, and I'll talk to you guys a bit more in a second. In doing each of these stretches, I want to let you guys know why I started doing it, what it's helping me with now, and what I expect to see or have by the end of summer. So I started doing my yoga flow because I knew that I had the goal of being more flexible. And I realized that in order for me to be more flexible, I have to put that effort in every day. A big part of me really stretching and like making sure that I'm stretching my legs out more often is because of the knee thing. I realized that not being active was going to hurt me. So that's why I'm stretching my body a lot more often now, to make sure that whatever my body is going through workout wise, I'm able to still maintain my physical health. Now for summer, I want to be able to do the splits. I know it's 3 months, but you can get a lot done in 14 days. So with consistent stretching, I'll probably be there. And if I'm able to do the splits, I don't think I'll have any worries about any random running on the beach or jumping into pools or joining friends to do random things. Like, I know that I'll be limber enough for me to do any activity that I want without worry of hurting myself. And making sure that you stretch out your muscles while also working them out. I think, don't quote me, but I think it's a good way to make sure that you stay leaned out and any muscle tension that you have doesn't show up on your body, but also like, again, doesn't inconvenience you. So my goal for this summer is to be well stretched and able to keep up with all the plans that I have. I just realized today is abs and booty, so these need to go on my legs. I know it's not expected to do Pilates both day and night, but let me get my workout in and I'll explain to you exactly why I'm doing so. Just finished the booty workouts. I died. My butt hurts because of these things. And whenever I do ab workouts next, I put the weights on my arms. Now, I feel like it should be self-explanatory, but I'm not making this video so you guys can be like, oh, I need to do this entire workout routine that she's on. It's a workout routine that I created for myself, and low-key, it started a year ago. So last February was my first time consistently working out again since practically high school. But last year, February, I was really tired of just how I was looking in my clothes. If we're being completely honest, I didn't like the pictures I was taking. I was like, you know what? I'm spending so much time and energy putting into other people. The very least I could do for myself is to start working out consistently. So I started to try and pay attention to what I was putting in my body, which is basically like consciously putting in more vegetables as snacks instead of trying to just eat whatever. And then on top of that, I started creating my workout routine. So my workouts back then were for me to walk 10,000 steps in the morning. It wasn't easy, it was still cold, but I would get dressed in my hoodies and my jacket, and I would go outside in the morning and get my steps in, and I would walk my entire neighborhood. Luckily, my neighborhood has both flat areas and inclines, so I was able to get, like, you know, that incline workout that people look for while getting as many steps as I wanted, and also while burning my core. And I was also burning my glutes because I had to like put my legs into hyperdrive whenever I was speed walking up those hills. That was workout number 1. Workout number 2, I did entirely in private, entirely in secret, and entirely in the dark. I didn't want people knowing that I was working out. I just, like, for some reason, I really just kept it to myself. And if I mentioned that I was working out with someone, it was in passing. Like, I wasn't making it a conversation. And I honestly think that that is the biggest part of what helped my workout journey be as successful as it was at that point. Because again, I hadn't really consistently worked out since high school. So my body was, out of it, but also my nervous system and my confidence and my belief in myself was not as high as it is now. So I would work out at night for 15 minutes alone in the dark. I worked out literally every single night, like in private. Even if it was 2 a.m., I worked out every single night because I knew that I was not just working out to exercise and like have a more toned body, but I was doing it so that I could build discipline in myself and trust that I would actually complete these workouts later on. And that routine carried me into the summer, and my body looked really, really good. I'm not saying that it was like at the goal that I wanted before, because obviously I'm still exercising to reach a different goal right now. Like, I was proud of myself for sure. I got compliments on how my body looked, and it made me feel like, okay, I'm not delusional in thinking that I actually made progress. Doing this without the weights is actually like really underwhelming, so I'm gonna put it on here. Back then, I did not have any equipment. I literally had a yoga mat that I've had for the longest time. No second yoga mat, no weights. I literally just had my mat and myself. And again, every single night before bed, I would do this workout. The reason I did this workout literally before getting into bed is because it was 15 minutes and it did not make me sweat at all, but it was also activating those muscle groups. I don't really remember working out in the morning, so I don't think I really did that very often. I did dance a bit more often though, dancing as a form of fun cardio, but that was basically my routine through summer. I explained all that to say that where I am right now in my workout routine and why I'm doing my workouts twice a day is because I know that I have a short amount of time to get to where I want to be. I gave myself actually until May 11th, because that's a good checkpoint for me, a month before summer actually hits. And you know, May is when school lets out for people and everyone is like starting the events and all that. So I want to be prepared. So me doing this weighted Pilates workout every morning is basically to challenge myself and push myself strength-wise. Using the weights is a challenge. These are 5-pound weights, and I can actually take out a pound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take out a pound if I want, but to have the extra 10 pounds on me, it just makes me feel like my body is working hard to lose what she doesn't need. And I'm about to go on a walk right now. So that's why I'm putting these on my wrist. But the final thing about the Pilates is I want a Pilates body. I'm going on my walks and I'm doing these Pilates workouts so that I can build muscle tone, definition, strength, fix my posture. That way when I'm in the bikini in the summer, I'm looking perfect. Everybody's been saying, like, see you in the next 4 months in the tiniest bikini known to man. That's exactly where I'm gonna be. Let's go on this walk now. Whenever I go on walks, I don't like the sun to be in my face, so I actually wear a hat. Where did I put my hat? Here's my hat. It's not a cute hat, but it keeps the sun out of my face. A little extra water. My goal with walking, however, by the end of summer is for me to look lean. If you're not walking, then what are you doing? Because that's literally what everyone is doing in order to lose body fat over time. Do our workouts, stay in a calorie deficit, eat what we want to eat by moving around. My goal by some time is to look like I've been walking and working out the entire time. So what I'm currently on right now is my average of around 4,000 steps walk through the neighborhood. My requirements for this walk are obviously to do the full lap through the neighborhood, keep the wrist weights on, and make sure that I'm keeping a fast pace as I'm walking, and for me to watch my posture, because if I can push my back in a certain way with the weights, then I'm sure I can do it without. That's what the first part of the walk is, just like easing me into the walk for the morning, because this does take about an hour and a half. I'm currently about halfway done with the first lap. It started drizzling for a bit, but I'm gonna keep going unless the forecast actually says rain, you know? I'm gonna insert the screenshot here, but I just finished 3,900 steps, roughly 4,000 steps. And so now it's time for me to do my half lap where I'm doing the arm workouts. Obviously I can't show you my arm workouts because I'm gonna be doing the arm workouts. It's a variation of a bunch of these, open, close, hands together, pushing up like this, pushing up like this, pushing behind you like this, arms out like this, C's on the back, C's from the front, rotating backwards, pumping my arms back like this, pumping my arms forward like this, pumping my arms sideways like this, not all the way, and pumping my arms as far back as I can, front all the way, side all the way. I do some of these, I do some of these, and basically for each workout, I do 20 reps. Obviously those workouts burn, which is why I only do half of the walking distance each time. My daughter's looking at me like, who are you talking to? I'm currently at 4,000. You really cannot see me. It's fine. I'm currently at 4,956 steps, which means I'll probably actually pass 10,000. This is where the ankle weights go on my legs. I want to make sure that I'm focusing on engaging my core more on my walks, and then keeping my feet and my legs, like working my hamstrings and my quads to control each step. That way my knees stay healthy. And then also, like, my body shouldn't just think that the weight is being pressed onto my arms. The extra weight, quote unquote, the extra 10 pounds can easily just be on my ankles, and now it's like extra leg weight. I'm currently on my walk. Last lap. It's gonna be a half lap. I'm taking the ankle weights off of my ankles, putting them back on my wrists. This is going to give me that feeling of like a lightness on my feet as I'm walking, but basically I want to see it each time that I do this. I'm trying to see if I learned from my controlled walking. I'm currently at 7,000 something steps. This is something that happens pretty often. I'll be at like 900,500 steps, and I'm basically like at the finish line for my walk, and I'm like, okay, I know that the steps are gonna load, but what if they don't? So I continue, and I just get that last 500 steps in, and I continue on with my day. You guys, that is the moon. I know it's not the best view of it. It's actually like a lot more yellow in real life than on camera, and I'm hoping it's gonna be red soon. I hate that it's so dark. I'm on my walk right now. Usually right after dinner, like dinner ends at 6 o'clock for me, I go on my walk, but I was so tired, I wasn't feeling it. So I ended up resting for a bit, and now I'm on my walk just because I'm trying to prep for the night. I actually have to take my hair down, which is a whole other thing, but I figured now would be a good time to just talk about the effort that I'm putting into my physical appearance and why I walk on nights like this after walking in the morning. So I walk 15,000 steps a day. When I first started, it was actually at 10,000 steps. I incorporated the 15,000 almost a week ago, and I'm currently on like 20-ish days of Pilates every single day. I was doing a workout video plan, and basically, like, with all those things, including the night walks on top of the morning walks, I've seen such a change in my body. I noticed it yesterday for sure, where I'm just like, okay, all this effort I'm putting in really is benefiting me. On top of that, walking at night after eating my meal, like my last meal of the day, it's great for my digestion, and it helps me to be able to sleep a lot better, because then I'm not worrying about like digesting my food. There's no lump in my stomach, and I'm able to just rest easy that night. Also, it's a good time for me to decompress, spend some time outside, and like get fresh air. I noticed that I sleep a lot better when I've been able to clear my thoughts. So usually it's journaling, but oftentimes I'll walk and I'll go into my voice notes app and I will like record myself talking, basically decompressing from the day or the week or whatever has come to mind. I do that during my walk as well. And also during my night walk, I sometimes scroll on social media just to give me a bit of extra motivation in case I'm not feeling it. So I have like a TikTok full of model walking sounds for me to listen to, and like I'll scroll through TikTok and listen to a lot of the health motivation that they have, which is also helpful. And then lastly, these nightly walks help me feel primed for my nighttime workout, which is just 15 minutes and then like maybe 10 minutes of a stretch. But putting the effort in right now and also spending time in like the nice dark ambiance, it really just helps me remember that every day and night I have goals to reach and I want to stick to them. So I walk, and I walk at a decent pace too. I feel like one thing I haven't mentioned to you guys as well is my goal with working out is a goal that I've never set before in my life. I want to lose 15 pounds before June 20th, and I'm on track with it with my calorie deficit. The only thing is I kind of don't really know what I weigh. I kind of stuck in my calculator. I gave it the weight that I've been at my entire life, and like I've teetered around, which is 140 pounds. I don't really have any qualms about weighing that much, but I do wonder what I would look like at 125. And that is obviously just one of my reasons for working out. On top of that, I want to make sure that my body, like my knee, my legs, and like my back pain, it doesn't continue to happen based off of like building muscle strength. And then on top of that, you know, making sure that I can wear the clothes that I plan on wearing without having to worry about any type of fat distribution on my body looking different, because I'm short, so my body is compressed in certain ways. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the ones where the fat just like sits perfectly on your body. And then on top of everything, I plan on living a lot more of an active lifestyle from now into 2025 with new hobbies that I will be starting and sharing with you guys. And I want to make sure that I can handle all of that cardio and all of that physical strength that it takes to do all those things. This is the moon. Try to get a better view of it for you guys, but it's still pretty white. Full transparency, guys, I fell asleep. I came home from the walk, got ready for bed, then I was like, okay, I have a lot of filming to do because the next up is me taking my hair down. Yes, I filmed, I edited, and then while I was editing, fell asleep, knocked out. But that does not mean I cannot show you guys the workout that I do at night when, you know, I don't knock myself out. So first up, I stretch. I let you guys know that when my knee first started hurting, one of my first things was resting and then building strength. But on top of that is definitely stretching out my body and making sure that more issues do not arise, because again, I'm trying to be out this summer, not benched. Variation in my ab workout changes basically based off of what I'm in the mood for, but I'm going to show you guys actually what I started with, because this takes me back to when I used to do this workout at night alone, 15 minutes in the complete dark, because I was like, I don't want anybody to see me, catch me, come looking for me, nothing. So I used to start with this one, and I swear it snatched like my abs and my back. It's kind of like a reverse plank. So up. I do 10 of these to start. Now I do 20 reps, but that's just proof of like how far I've come. So doing these ab workouts at night, I've noticed that when I do the ab workout, I have a stronger core in the morning. I would do some of these from side to side, try to be really controlled with it, and I would make sure that I'm getting as many reps as possible. If you guys want me to share like my actual workout routine, I can make a whole video about it, because this whole series is here for me to like document my growth and also help you guys out. So if you want it, I will give it to you, because it's very beginner friendly for sure. When I first made this workout, sometimes I opted out of using the weights. Now I don't at night. Like, unless I have the strongest reason ever for me to not use weights, maybe my knee's hurting bad, then I will like avoid it. But I've only not used weights in this new workout season of mine one time because I have goals. I've noticed that my butt is one of the first things to go, and I'm not upset about that because it means that I fit into jeans a lot better. But I do actually want my butt to be a bit more toned. You know, summer is approaching, so that's why I'm working with weight a lot more often. I'm gonna incorporate this soon, starting next week. Actually, I'm gonna be lifting weights probably 2 to 3 times a week from now on, which I think should help take care of that because I have been meeting my protein goals every day. In doing the leg workout, I'm obviously hitting everything that I know I'm supposed to hit, and I focus on form. Again, just making sure that I'm actually doing the thing that's going to help me reach my goal. And then arms. Arms have been my biggest lesson on this earth, I think. No, I'm totally joking, that's an exaggeration, but my arms are basically like genetically strong, very good. But I would like for them to be a bit more lean looking while they're strong. And again, obviously I had that when I was a kid. I'm not trying to get exactly back to where I was as a kid because that's kind of crazy. I'm 23 years old, but I do want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to tone my arms in a way where, you know, it looks like, oh, she lifts weights. That's what I'm doing. And because of that, you don't forfeit the bangles. You guys saw me in the morning segment where I was prepping for my morning walk. And I was showing you guys the workouts that I do while I'm walking. Yeah, I do those workouts for at least 10 minutes minimum, usually 15. If my strength is really up that day, then 20. I was going through some old videos, and honestly, I should really edit this vlog for you guys. But summer 2023 in New York, I was carrying my suitcases everywhere and my arms looked so good. And I'm like, okay, so clearly I need to be lugging around 250-pound weights because my arms looked amazing, which is why I'm starting to lift weights again. I'm thinking like, if a month or 2 of traveling did that, then clearly I should let that happen again. And then after this workout, I go to sleep. Like, I literally get straight into bed because I don't break a sweat when doing it. I do get warm, but I don't sweat at all when I'm doing it. I keep the fan on if I'm feeling hot, that way I can avoid that. And I look great in the morning after the workout. That means that I actually worked hard and I know that what I'm doing is working out. So that has been my workout routine, and as of 4 days ago, I've gotten myself even more intently into it. I've been going through a lot with adjusting to my new work schedule and a loss of relationship, but I feel a lot more grounded and ready to share all of that with you guys in the next episode. XXO.